Welcome to Module 3, where we talk about preschool math, or as it's called in the New Mexico Early Learning Guidelines, numeracy. A lot of people are intimidated by helping their children with math. Not only is math an important subject, it's also reported as a person's least favorite subject. For preschoolers, math is all about building foundational skills, and it's not just about numbers or counting. The New Mexico Early Learning Guidelines define numeracy as mathematical thinking as it is applied in meaningful and purposeful experiences in everyday life. For preschoolers, numeracy includes not only counting, but also geometrical shapes, spatial awareness, and measurement. Let's look at each essential indicator in more detail. The first math skill that the New Mexico ELGs address is one-to-one correspondence. This simply means that your child will assign one number to one object in the correct order. So instead of counting maybe 2, 8, 1, they are actually counting 1, 2, 3 in order. And there's one easy way to support this at home, and that's just counting everything you can. And it's very helpful if you point to each object just so that they can have a visual on that one-to-one correspondence. So again, very easy to do at home and wherever you are. The next indicator refers to geometrical shapes, recognizing them, naming them, learning their characteristics, and being able to make comparisons, such as which shapes have the same number of sides, which shapes are round, etc. And as with all preschool ELGs and skills, we want to start with the simplest and increase in complexity. So you can see here that we start with learning to identify two-dimensional shapes, matching them to puzzles, and then we move towards learning about the different attributes, such as number of sides, and then eventually leading into the learning of three-dimensional shapes. And of course, just like the photos here, there are many things you can do at home to support the development of this skill. Building blocks, shape sorters, and even just pointing out shapes in real life. What shape is the table? Or do you see any shapes in this picture? So yeah, plenty of ways to incorporate shapes into your daily life. So this next one focuses on measurement and comparisons based on measurements. Notice how it says non-standard units. This just means that they don't use formal measurements like inches, centimeters, things like that. And now I know from experience that kids love to measure things if you just give them a measuring tape, but non-standard measurements leaves a lot of room to have fun with developing this skill. You can measure things in gummy worms or in blocks. Use toys and objects you already have in your home. Cook together. Use measuring cups and measuring spoons. Let them pour things back and forth. I cannot stress enough, these ELGs are a guide, and while they have their place in education, as parents use this as a guide, to create fun games to play with your child. Play-based learning is where it's at, and you'll make some wonderful family memories while you're at it. Going into our last indicator, this one is all about sorting and patterns. What we're looking for in this indicator is a child understanding the concept of same and different and patterns. Activities for this are very easy to do with everyday objects, toys, and even snacks. You can also do it while you're out running errands. One of my daughter's favorite activities is to point out all the colors in the produce section when we run errands and finding all the green vegetables and all the red fruits, things like that. It's a fun game for her. And that concludes all of the numeracy ELGs. These learning guidelines, like I said, just a basic outline of some of the things that your child's teacher will be working on in class. This is by no means a comprehensive list of everything they do in the classroom, nor is it an actual curriculum. What I hope you take away from this is that foundational math skills may sound intimidating, but they don't have to be. You can help support their learning with fun games as you go through your day and things that are just laying around your house. For this module, I also created a mural board. You'll find the link in the modules. This is a space where you can add some activity ideas for each of the skills we talked about and ask questions. Feel free to reach out to me for any questions and share any new things you tried with your preschoolers this week. See you next week.